Welcome everyone to Dead Talk Live. I'm your host Viz from Walking Dead Now. Want to welcome everyone to tonight's show. Want to welcome all of our viewers, new and regular. If you are visiting us for the first time and want more information about our show, please visit our website right up there, deadtalklive.com. You'll find past episodes, featured episodes, upcoming guests, and a lot more. And also, if you have not already done so, please visit our YouTube channel, which is called Walking Dead Now. And please subscribe if you have not already done so. If you're there right now, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up on this chat, on this live stream if you enjoy it. Saz is going to be handling the text chats. Marie's going to be moderating on Instagram. Andrew is going to be moderating on YouTube. So we have the whole team in place. And I just want to, wish everyone is doing well today. I want to thank everybody for their birthday wishes today. It was an honor to hear from all of you. It was great. My wife got me this great mug, and let me show it to you. All right, this is what my wife got me, okay? It's a cool ass mug that says, "I will shut that shit down." This is one of my favorite lines from Negan. And it's the perfect size because I'm going to use it as decoration. I'm not actually going to use it as a coffee mug. Anybody that knows me knows that my coffee mug is never more than 3 or 4 feet away from me at any point in the day. So thank you to my beautiful wife for that great gift. Thank you to her for making me an amazing cheesecake for me and the family. I posted a picture of it on my social media. Thank you for all your birthday wishes coming in now. It's been a great day. I'm just overwhelmed by all the birthday wishes. Thank you so much to everybody. I want to acknowledge some of the people that are with us. Andrew, of course, is with us on YouTube. Rick Grimes is on YouTube with us saying, "Love this channel." Thank you, Rick Grimes, for joining us. Lorndina is with us from Facebook. Summer is joining us on YouTube. And good news, Summer is officially a part of our team now. She has been with us for so long and is such a loyal viewer and a joy and a wonderful person and has so much to contribute. It was a no-brainer. So Summer, welcome on board. You are officially a part of the Walking Dead Now Dead Talk Live team, and everybody on the team is thrilled to have you with us. So congratulations. Norma is joining us from Facebook. Bree is also with us on Facebook. Switching over to the Instagram side. Lots of people on Instagram. Javi is with us. Eva Johnston. Christian is joining us. Kimmy is joining us on Instagram. Area 51. Hola. I'm just scrolling up on the chats. Bexan. William is with us. Trust No One. Wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you so much. Evelyn the same. Thank you, Evelyn. Manuel is giving us a thumbs up. I'm just scrolling. There are lots of chats, lots of people coming in. Anthony, hello, Anthony. Aiden85, thank you for the birthday wishes. So, not a lot of Walking Dead news today. It's been really quiet on the news front. So, I love doing this because when we have no real big announcements or Walking Dead news, we get to take our Walking Dead quiz for the day. And I've got a doozy set up for today, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. So we'll get to that in a little bit. Stenegal is with us. Welcome. Andrew, thank you for the birthday wishes. Doug Todd is giving us a thumbs up on Instagram. Amir is joining us on Facebook. Thank you for the birthday wish. Sebas is also with us on YouTube. Welcome to everyone. Lynn Montenegro is with us on Facebook as well. Talzone. Hello, Talzone on YouTube. So I found this really kick-ass t-shirt today on the internet. It's a Negan t-shirt, and I want to share it with you guys. I think this is such a great t-shirt. Check this out. 6 feet back or 6 feet under. I gotta get me this t-shirt. All right? I love it. I love it. I do not think Negan ever said this on the show, but it would suit him perfectly. 6 feet back or 6 feet under. I love this shirt. I absolutely love it. Marlo is with us. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Maxim is also with us saying, wow. Gracie is giving us smiley love faces. Marlon says amazing. AZ Gamer YT is with us on Instagram, waving at us. Welcome, gamer. Let's see. Just looking over all the chats. YouTube chats have been cutting out the last several days, but fingers crossed, they seem to be working fine tonight. Welcome, Jamie, on YouTube. So yeah, I love that t-shirt. I really do, and I'm gonna get that. It would be a classic line for Negan. Later on, we're going to be discussing our topic for today. We are going to be comparing Rick Grimes and Madison Clark, the two big leaders from The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, their leadership styles, and they both had the same motivation that kept them going throughout their times, and that is family. Now, Rick is alive. We're going to see him again in the movies. As far as Madison's fate, we are led to believe that she is dead. Her death was not visually confirmed on screen, so she could very well come back, which I hope she does. Kim Dickens, I hope she does come back to the show. And like I said yesterday, if she does, it's not going to be leaked, guys. It's just going to be like, holy shit, there's Madison. So I found some really, a lot of you guys who've watched me, you guys all know that I'm a subscriber to AMC Premiere, and they really give out some great behind the scenes stuff. And there's this great chat that Denai Garcia, who plays Luciana on Fear, and Lenny James Morgan do with the Fear the Walking Dead, some of their producers. And there's a lot of these clips, and I put two of them together for us to watch tonight. And if you guys enjoy them, I haven't posted these anywhere yet. If you guys enjoy them, there's a whole lot more that I'd be willing to share. But let's go ahead and watch. I put two, it's a total of 6 minutes, these two together. Let's watch this and just, let me know what you guys think afterwards. So here you go.
It's interesting. I've thought about this. Growing up, I didn't watch much television. Mm-hmm. I'm terrified of horror.
As am I. I'm very scared of it.
I'm terrified. Like, I had some friends that went to Universal Studios, and they were like, come to the Walking Dead maze. And I'm like, hell no. I'm not going there just for fun. Like, save your money. I'll stay outside. So I just...
But then is the, behind the scenes, actually getting to be in it, therapy for you? Because you see it's...
You see how it's done.
Yeah.
No, that's not therapy.
No.
And what about, were you a fan of zombies and horror as a kid?
As a kid, no, I was a scaredy cat.
Yeah.
I'm a bit like Denai. I wasn't really into scary stuff. I was a massive Marvel fanatic.
Yes.
When I was growing up.
Yeah,
Where did the horror start for you?
Yeah.
When you both say you're afraid of horror, I feel that way because I've loved it since I was a kid, but it really does scare me, even today.
Yeah.
Like, my friends will tell you sometimes I'll buy tickets to see a horror movie and chicken out at the last minute.
So you love fearing it.
Yeah, I do. It is sort of a rush that I both love and hate. But, I mean, I think anybody that loves horror, I first fell in love with it because of Stephen King.
Right.
You know, and books like The Shining and Pet Sematary. But, you know, it was also because they were really scary, but they were also really emotional.
Yeah.
I think it was for 402, and all the oil walkers were around. Like, we were walking by Video Village, and they came up to us and, like, were putting their arms around us and, like, smiling. And we're like, how can you be scared of this once you've, like...
I love being in at lunch and being behind a walker just on the iPhone on
That's so
Facebook.
weird.
Well, I have this thing that is kind of become a recurring thing throughout the whole seasons of Walking Dead and on Fear, where you arrive on set and you meet the walker that the stunt walker that you're going to meet and kill, and they're all done up in the full on the makeup, and you go, hey, what's your name? And they go, it's Dave. And you'll go,
Yes.
is it? You go, Dave, you killed me in the thing last week.
Yeah.
I feel a lot of people.
Dude, you're 17 inches of makeup on. You could be my wife, and I would not know who you are. Looking at me going, it's Dave, and making it my fault.
Yes.
I have to say, like, Lenny, you've probably
dare
killed more walkers than most.
I do have quite a good walker count, actually. In fact, there was one guy who was back on set the other day who we worked out I've killed 7 times. And the guy just won't stay dead.
Yeah.
But he keeps coming back in different...
You know, when we sat down with Scott to start talking about the season, thematically what we landed on that we wanted to explore was characters going from a place of isolation to community, and people who go from hopelessness to hope.
The characters that are written are so profound and so real that people, they just feel like they want to be these characters. They want to be in that place. They want to make those decisions, and you can't help but to root for them.
Yeah. Well, no, I was going to say, I think we actually had struck on the idea of the 2 different narratives and the 2 different timelines, and had the revenge story for the characters from Fear and had the stadium story. And it was kind of at that time, I think Scott came to us, and he was, I think, at a place in season 8, and he said, it's kind of interesting, like, thematically, Morgan's ending in a very similar place as where we're going to be starting all these Fear characters.
I'm very protective of him, and I'm very aware of his kind of position in the universe, in the mythology of this universe.
It just seemed like it kind of made sense to put Morgan into the mix.
So, what's your story?
What I found interesting is that when I saw him come in after the crossover, he was so quiet, he was so observant, and it kind of makes you wonder, what the hell is this guy thinking? Because we all have something to say. I mean, it's the apocalypse. What are we going to do next?
Exactly.
But this guy doesn't say a word. But somehow, when he says something, he's right.
Also, kind of the interesting thing is the audience is viewing this, you know, having seen 8 seasons of Morgan's character development. None of the characters on Fear have seen any of that.
No, we have no idea.
And yeah, when someone who's kind of quiet and can be a little bit brooding at times comes in with a pointy stick.
Yeah, it's like, what? I don't kill. What the hell are you talking about? Where do you come from? Talk. And he's like, I don't want to talk. I'm leaving. I'm like, what? So, but it makes you follow him.
Take this.
Can't. I don't kill. And that journey, you know, is it even possible for him to become a leader? So to a certain extent, the answering of that question isn't, you know, will he or won't he? It's as much can he or can't he?
What I saw in Morgan's character, that he's so in tune with so much knowledge and the fact that he lost his entire family. And somehow he sees the Clark family kind of like disintegrate in such a way.
Wow.
And it's really painful for him because it happens in front of his eyes. And this is a man that is an orphan of the apocalypse.
Yeah, and I mean, you mentioned that he comes in and has lost everyone close to him.
Completely.
But that's something that we, you know, see happen to the characters on Fear.
Totally.
In the first half of the season.
Yeah. And he
there's
sees
a lot
the
of
entire
loss.
thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of loss that happens there. So there's a real mirror, sort of like the answer to what Morgan needed to get to the next place in his journey is you, and he is the answer for you.
For us.
But also there's a very interesting mirroring that goes on between the 2 groups, that Morgan is, as Denai say, an orphan of the apocalypse, But actually, when Morgan meets them, they have become orphans, and so it's the only way they relate is in their mourning and what they kind of carry with them. And I think that may well be something that's at the heart of their connection.
So there you go, guys. That's just 2 of the clips. I hope you guys enjoyed that. There's a lot more. It's always fascinating to hear them explain just the fact that, they were afraid of horror movies. They loved them, but they were afraid to watch them. It's always cool to get some background information on the actors themselves. And Lenny James, I mean, what can you say about Morgan? He's amazing. And Denai Garcia as Luciana. I gotta admit to you guys, when Luciana was first introduced on Fear the Walking Dead, way back in like season 2, the second half of season 2, I believe, I didn't know how long she was gonna last. I really didn't. And if somebody would have told me back then that she would outlast Nick, I'd be like, yeah, right. But she's a survivor. We met her being a badass, and she's even gotten better at being a badass. So anyway, good stuff there. Good stuff. Welcome to Gypsy Road. Welcome Hard Productions on YouTube. Lindsay Sparks on Facebook says, yes, I enjoyed that very much. Summer writes, I didn't care for the character at first, but she grows on you, Luciana does grow on you. And you really, find out who she is and all that. And you kind of are left kind of really liking her, Cassandra on YouTube writes, when she left Nick at the ranch, I wasn't sure we'd see her again. Me too. I absolutely was the same way, Cassandra. I thought she might be gone forever. But no, she came back. Welcome to Mr. Innocent Boy on Instagram. So anyway, let's take a look at that Walking Dead quiz. And I love taking quizzes with you guys. I think they're lots of fun. As always, same rules, majority wins. So, the overwhelming majority on an answer on the chats is the answer that we're going to select. It's a 20 question quiz, and it's not super easy. I just quickly glanced at it because I want to experience it with you guys as we go through it together. So let's go ahead and take a look at this thing and see what it's about. All right. So question number 1 is pretty easy. Why was Rick in a coma in season 1? He was shot. He was stabbed. He was dehydrated. He had been bitten by a walker. This is an easy one, guys. Shot. Yep. All right. Okay, cool. Shot. Rick was shot. Next question. This is kind of had me thinking. What did Eugene say? What did Eugene first say his profession was? A doctor, a professor, a scientist, or a teacher? So Eugene, what did he lie about as being his first profession? Doctor, professor, scientist, or teacher? Scientist seems to be the answers coming in on YouTube. AZ Gamer on Instagram, scientist. Standing also on Instagram, saying scientist. Jaden on Instagram, CC Wheezy. Okay, scientist it is. All right, next question. Okay, this is sort of easy if you guys remember. What was the governor's town called? Woodgrove, Woodbury, Alexandria, or Woodlock? Woodgrove, Woodbury, Alexandria, or Woodlock? Okay, Rick Rhymes on YouTube, Woodbury. Andrew, Woodbury. Cassandra, Woodbury. Summer, Woodbury. Let's look on Instagram. Yep, Woodbury. Woodbury across the board. You guys are correct. Okay, number 4. What song does Negan use to torture Daryl? Okay, You're Beautiful, Macarena, that would be my torture song. My Humps, or Easy Street, Macarena. God, talk about a blast from the past there. All right, Easy Street seems to be overwhelming on YouTube. What about you guys on Instagram? You guys want to chime in on this one? You're Beautiful, Macarena, My Humps, or Easy Street? All right, YouTube, it's Easy Street. All right, let's go on to question number 5. Let's see how many of you guys remembered this. This was actually one of our trivia questions that Marko came up way back when. What was the name of Carl's pet pig? Percy, Violet, Wibbly, or Mary? CC Wheezy says Violet. Jaden on Instagram also says Violet. Saz says Violet. Rick Rhymes, Violet. Okay, Violet it is, guys. All right, moving right along here. Who is the first human Rick kills? This is not so easy. Who is the first human that Rick kills? Doris, Dora, Dave, or Dominic? This is not easy, guys. Human. Who is the first human that Rick killed? Andrew says Dave. That's going all the way into season 2. All right, CC Wheezy, Dave, Ayush on Instagram says Dave. Ima on Instagram also says Dave. Dave is across Instagram and YouTube. Okay, Dave. So this is kind of weird. I mean, to examine this question a little closer, Rick did not kill a human until after the mid-season of season 2. If you just, take a step back from that and think about it, and we know what Rick, his character arc is, that's pretty surprising right there. Dave is the guy in the bar, where, they go looking for Herschel after Herschel realizes that the walkers cannot be brought back and cured from this disease. But, yeah, okay. Andrew says he was trying to keep his humanity, I think. Yeah. Okay, next question. Who does Alpha scalp? Beta, Gamma, Gamma sister, or Hildy? Who does Alpha scalp? Beta, which we know is not the answer. Gamma, we know that's not the answer. So it's down to Gamma sister or Hildy. CC Wheezy says Beta. Come on, guys. You know Beta's still alive. No, it's not Beta. Scalp means they remove the skin off the top of their head. Stenningull says Gamma sister. Gamer writes Gamma sister. Summer writes Hildy. Kimmy also writes Hildy on YouTube. So does Rick Grimes. Andrew says Gamma sister. This one has you guys guessing. And I've noticed Saz, who knows the answer, is keeping quiet on this one. Jamie, so we're torn here, guys. But I would say we're leaning more towards Hildy. So, all right. We're going to go with Hildy, guys. There you go, Saz. Okay. All right, number 8. What does Lydia leave next to Henry's grave? A letter, a skin mask, a necklace, or a ring? You see, these are not so easy. What does Lydia leave right next to Henry's grave? A letter, skin mask, necklace, or a ring? Jaden on Instagram says necklace. Cassandra on YouTube says necklace with hilltop pendant on it. Summer also writes necklace, as does Hard Productions on YouTube. Okay, guys, necklace as it is. Gamer also agrees on Instagram. Necklace. All right, number 9. This is easy. What was the name of Morgan's son? Dwayne, Morgan Jr. Oh, they have 2 different spellings. Dwayne with a W, Morgan Jr., Dwayne with a U, or John. So I'm going to narrow this down for you guys. It's Dwayne, but is it Dwayne with a W or Dwayne with a U? So just write W or U. Okay, we've got 3 U's, and several W's on Instagram from Gamer, I Hughes, Jaden, Anita, Stenengull. Kind of split on YouTube. Andrew says U. Cassandra's U. Hard Productions, U. Rick Grimes says W. Kimmy, the overwhelming is U, and I believe you guys are correct. Every time I've seen it spelled, it's always spelled with a U. D-U-A-N-E. So that's what we're going with. Okay. What is the make of Glenn's car in season 1? When he hotwire, when he steals that car to get away from the building, and he's making that ruckus all the way to the camp. Is it an Aston Martin DB4? Is it a Ferrari 250 GTO, a 2009 Dodge Challenger RT, or a Rolls-Royce Dawn Drophead? Challenger seems to be coming in on YouTube. Gamer, Challenger, Stenengo also says the Dodge. On Instagram, CC Wheezy says Challenger. All right, Challenger is the winner. And you guys are correct on that one. All right, number 11. Michonne's 2 walkers were her best friend and boyfriend, her dad, and her... I don't know the answer to this. Michonne's 2 walkers were her best friend and boyfriend, her dad and her brother, her 2 brothers, or her best friend and her dad. This is a hard one. I don't know the answer to this. Cassandra writes boyfriend and his best friend. Let's see. Camila writes best friend and boyfriend as well. Anita also says boyfriend and best friend. Let's see. Gamer writes best friend and boyfriend. All right, I'm going to go with you guys. Best friend and boyfriend. Welcome Sunako on Facebook, and welcome to Lindsay on Facebook. All right, number 12. All right, what are Abraham's last words? Kiss my ass, suck my nuts, you'll regret this, I love you, Rosita. That's not Abraham style. Even though, I'm sure he did love Rosita, that's not his style to say. So what were his last words just before Negan killed him? Kiss my ass, suck my nuts, you'll regret this, or I love you, Rosita. Cassandra writes A or B. Hard Production writes suck my nuts. Best last words. One hell of a way to go out. Charmed Cat writes suck my nuts. A B. and we've talked about this, guys. Michael Cudlitz, when he said those words, "suck my nuts," they were not in the script. We had him on as a guest, and he's revealed this in other interviews as well. That was completely put in all on his own. He said that on his own, and they kept it in the show. Of course, why wouldn't you? So, "suck my nuts" is the answer. Okay, number 13 on the list. I don't remember this one. What was Alpha's husband's name? Fred, Beta, no. Frank, or Patrick? Fred, Beta, Frank, or Patrick? What was Alpha's husband name? Evelyn writes Frank. Andrew also chimes in with Frank. Gamer on Instagram says Frank. Welcome Mado on Instagram. Jaden also says Frank. Stenningal, Frank. Okay, Frank seems to be the winner. So here we go. Frank. Okay, moving on. Question 14. How does King Ezekiel open the Kingdom Fair? So they're looking for the quote. Is it, "Let a new day dawn upon us. Let the fair of the new beginnings begin. Let us all unite for one day. This is the star of forever. Now enjoy the festivities." This is a hard one. Guys, you could say A, B, C, or D. It's either "Let a new day dawn upon us," let the fair of new beginnings begin, "Let us all unite for one day. This is the star of forever. Now enjoy the festivities." We're getting mixed responses of A and B on YouTube. Same thing on Instagram. Several B's, a lot of B's. Andrew says A. Mossab says C. This is a hard one. You know what? For some reason, guys, D, which is "This is the star forever. Now enjoy the festivities." For some reason, that's ringing a bell for me. But you guys are probably right. And we're going to go with B. "Let the fair of new beginnings begin." Okay? That totally sounds like, a phrase the king would use. Okay, number 15. What role did Norman Reedus audition for? A walker, an extra, Rick Grimes, or Merle Dixon? Now, Lou Temple, our guest last Wednesday, a week ago, gave us this answer. He gave us this answer on our show. Lou Temple gave us this answer. Let's see. Jaden writes Rick Grimes. Gamer writes Merle. Saz says Merle. Summer says Merle. You guys were paying attention. And according to what Lou told us, it was Merle. It was Merle that what Norman initially read for. All right, number 16. What was the name of the governor's scientist? Okay, this is the guy that the governor locked in the room with Andrea, wounded him, mortally wounded him, left him to die, and had Andrea tied to the chair so that he would turn and take out Andrea as well, because that's just how sadistic he is. So, the name of governor's scientist, is it Miles, Matthew, Milton, or Marcus? Saz says Milton. Evelyn, Milton. Andrew, Milton. Hello, Giovanna on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Cassandra, Milton was the worst. On Instagram, Verace says Milton. Gamer, Milton. Stenningle, Milton. CC Wheezy also says Milton. As does Verace, says Milton. Gamer, Milton. Okay, guys. It's unanimous. It's Milton, and you guys are correct. 17. Which character beat up Carol's abusive husband? Is it Rick, Carl, who was 8 at the time, King Ezekiel, or Shane Walsh? Okay, who beat up old Ed? Rick, Carl, Ezekiel, or Shane? This is an easy one. Andrew, Shane, Saz, Shane, CC Wheezy, Shane, I Hughes, Shane. Yep, this is an easy one. All right, Shane Walsh. Beat him by the quarry, by the lake. All right, number 18. Who does Maggie become an assistant to in the Alexandria safe zone? Is it Sadiq, Andrea, who was long dead by that time? Is it Tara or Deanna? Sadiq, Andrea, Tara, or Deanna? Saz says Deanna. Evelyn, Deanna. Let's see. CC on Instagram, Deanna. Ola Ortega on Instagram. Jaden writes Tara. So the answer is Deanna. She was the leader of the Alexandria safe zone when the group was brought in by Aaron. All right, 2 more to go, guys. What was King Ezekiel before the apocalypse? A teacher, a zookeeper, a caretaker, or a paleontologist? What was Ezekiel's profession before the apocalypse? We got zookeeper by Saz, cat. Rick Grimes also says zookeeper. Evelyn, zookeeper. Gypsy Road says walking the dog. Okay. Cat says zookeeper. Cassandra, zookeeper. Hard Production, zookeeper. Same on Instagram by everybody. Lydia, zookeeper. Nat Cat, zookeeper. Andrew, zookeeper. Stenningle. Okay. Zookeeper it is, guys. All right. Last question. Okay. We've also discussed this in the show before, but we're looking for a name now. Who was the first walker Rick Grimes killed? This is a hard one. They want the name. Joe, Sammy, Hannah, or Rachel? Who was the first walker Rick Grimes killed? Joe, Sammy, Hannah, or Rachel? Now, I see some people... Now, Saz, wasn't Bicycle Girl... I know your answer is, Bicycle Girl, Saz. Wasn't she a hallucination? I don't know if that's what they're talking about or not. I'm leaning towards Hannah. Kimmy also says Hannah. Myself says Hannah. Jean has joined us on Instagram. I'm sorry, on YouTube. Myself is saying Rachel. Let's see what Instagram has to say. Just scrolling down. Little girl Sammy. Oh, man, we're split. Rachel. We're split, guys. I think we have a perfect score. And this could be the question that makes or breaks it. Saz says, yes, Hannah became Bicycle Girl. Rick came back to shoot her. All right, so just to be clear, Saz, you're saying it's Hannah. Our perfect score is relying on this answer. So, Saz, give me a confirmation. You're going with Hannah. Is that correct? Because we're all pretty split here. All right, Summer says Hannah. Okay, we'll go with Hannah. And let's see. Okay, let's see what we got. And we got a perfect score. Yay, it was Hannah. That is 2 back-to-back quizzes, perfect scores. We got a perfect score on the last one we did, and we got a perfect score on this one. So, great job, guys. Amazing job. And it was a team effort, as always, to get that perfect score. And we all did a great job. I love taking these quizzes with you guys. Kat says we are rocking. All of us together, there is no quiz that can top us because we are great Walking Dead fans. And Saz says, whoop, go team. Saz, we got a caller. Hello, welcome. You're on Dead Talk Live with Viz. What's your name?
Rick Grimes.
Hey, Rick Grimes. How you doing?
Good. How about you?
Good. So what's on your mind?
I was going to ask you, on an interview with Robert Kirkman, he said in October he was reissuing the comic book, but in color. Which one would you prefer, color or black and white?
Well, the originals were in black and white. There are a lot of fans hyped up for the color. And I don't blame him because they've had the black and white. And I think it's a great idea to re-release them again in color. What I would prefer, if I had to pick, I would go with color. How about you?
But color also. I'm actually, when they come out, I'm going to buy them again so I can have Walking Dead complete.
Yep. And that's what their plan is. You know, they want people to rebuy them again in color, which is, like I said, it's a great idea. When he started it, it was, in black and white. And he kept that tradition throughout the entire comic book series. And, it's a great idea to re-release them again for the people that want to have them in color. Just like you want to have the complete set. And it's great. You'll have both the black and white and the color.
Okay. Well, happy birthday again.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you for taking it.
No problem. You take care, okay?
You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, there we go. And guys, the phone lines are open. We're about to get on to our base topic. I want to hear from you guys. I really, really want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you have to say in regards to the leadership styles of Rick Grimes and Madison Clark. How are they the same? How are they different? They both had, in my opinion, the same thing motivating them: family. Madison, it was about her children. With Rick, from the very, moment he got up from that hospital bed after the coma, it was to find Lori and Carl. And all the way to the end of Rick in season 9, episode 5, when he says, "I found them," that is Rick, I don't know if you want to call it a realization that all of his friends, the community, that is his family. He never lost them. And all the hallucinations that he was having throughout that, episode, that great episode, as he was bleeding to death. And it was to lead him to that ultimate realization that his family is the community. It's Alexandria, it's Hilltop, it's the Kingdom, Oceanside. It's the people that he works with, protects, helps protect. That's his family. Not just, by season 9, not just Michonne, not just Judith. And it's everyone. And that's what he meant just before he blew up the bridge when he said, "I found them." Welcome Penny on Facebook. Thank you for joining us. Andrew says on Instagram, Madison doesn't know Nick is dead. If she is still alive, I would like to see Madison come back. It'd be a nice surprise. Me too. Gamer writes, so is Rick, because even Rick looked out for his family. So yes, both of the characters were good leaders and they both looked after their families. That was their big motivation. Nikki on Instagram says both of their leader styles were kind of the same, but with the difference that with Rick we saw how much it affected him. Both of them did it for their family. We can see that Rick's attitude changed. And you are absolutely 100% correct. And you could even say the same thing for Madison as well. In no way, shape, or form, when we lost Madison, was she the same person that she was in seasons 1 and 2. She changed very dramatically. The difference is we had 9+ seasons to see Rick's change. Madison, who we lost at the end of season 4, we only got 4 seasons. So that's like 5, whole less seasons that we got to see Madison. Now, if they do bring her back, Kim Dickens and, her character Madison, she has been missing for a long time. Because remember, Fear the Walking Dead did a time jump. In order to bring Morgan over into Fear, they had to jump forward quite a few years to align the times of The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, the timelines, so it could be credible that Morgan can, cross over. So if she is still alive, man, what the hell has she been doing for all these years? Where has she been? And if she is alive, and if they bring her back, oh man, it's going to be a much different Madison Clark. She's going to be meaner, tougher, colder, a lot colder than she was. And she was pretty cold. One of the best moments that I have from Madison is when she had enough of Troy's bullshit and just shot him in the head under the bridge. For all you Fear people for all the people who haven't watched Fear, I'm sorry if this is spoiling it for you, but that was her moment. She was the one person that always held out hope for Troy, who is the sociopath from the ranch, Otto's son. He was a sociopath, and when she shot him in the head with Nick right there under the bridge, is one of my favorite Madison moments. Anil writes, I don't want Morgan to die. I don't think Morgan is going to die. Morgan is a crucial piece to Fear. Gamer on Instagram writes, maybe she is connected with the CRM. Who knows? You could be right. You could be right. She could very well could be. I had to switch over because my YouTube chats froze again. So let's see. Cassandra on YouTube writes, I think Madison's leadership style is more about how she can get her young adult kids to aid her in maintaining power. That's a good point. That's a good point. Saz says, I always say, until we see the body, there is no dead. I need proof. And I'm 100% with you, Saz. Death, like Beth. She's dead. We saw it happen. Her head exploded with a bullet. For all the people saying, I wish we can get Beth back. Yeah, I wish too, but it's not going to happen. unless it's a flashback. Let's see. Hard Productions on YouTube writes, she took a hammer to his head, Viz. I'll never forgive her. LOL, I wanted to see Troy live. Troy was an interesting character. I would have liked to seen him live too. Did he have a chance at redemption? He was a sociopath. He could have went up until a certain point, but there's a limit, he's a sociopath. He lacks the ability. Rick Grimes says, yes, it is. Gypsy writes, I remember what it was like being 46. Yeah, you guys making jokes. Not jokes, but you guys talking about ages and birthdays. Speed Attack on YouTube. Welcome, Speed Attack. Says, I really miss Carl. I miss Carl too. We all miss Carl Grimes. And it was sad the way he went. Lindsay on Facebook says, I loved Beth. I loved Beth too. But, it's not likely we're going to see Beth or Emily in a flashback, even though Emily Kinney said that she would be willing to come back and do some more episodes in a flashback. Or maybe they can do with the whole Green family in the farm, like how they want to do with Glenn. Not a pre-apocalypse story, but what were they doing as the apocalypse broke out? Okay? Now, we know Herschel and family were living on a farm, and they isolated themselves. Remember, Herschel thought that the walkers can be cured, until Shane, opened his eyes in his very dramatic way. But, I'd love to see that and see how they kept themselves so isolated on the farm and not having an idea of what's going on in the outside world, and believing that the walkers can be brought back to good health. Speed Attack says, rest in peace, Herschel. Kat goes, oh, that would be interesting. So looking at Instagram here, I'm just scanning through the chats. Anita says, I've just watched half of season 3 of Fear. Please continue. Seasons 4 and 5 are really great. AZ Gamer writes, Troy was amazing. Wolfie Red 2020 has joined us on Instagram. Welcome, Wolfie. Let's see. Holanda has given us a thumbs up. Gamer is agreeing. BLD2 writes, I'm so excited for the new group. I can't remember their name. You're talking about Fear or The Walking Dead? CC Weezy, good point. Herschel, Scott, sorry, I keep screwing up Herschel's real name. Scott Walker, Scott Wilson, I keep screwing up his name, and I always do this, and I feel so bad because he's such an amazing actor, but he passed away. So yeah, Scott Wilson. Thank you, Andrew. Scott Wilson. For some reason, I keep saying Scott Walker, but anyway. Maybe because I have walkers on the brain. Who knows? But anyway, you're right. That's not going to work. He passed away. So, yeah. So much for that idea. And it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same if they got another actor to play Herschel. It just wouldn't feel right. It wouldn't be the same at all. Let's see. AZ Gamer writes, we really miss him. Anita writes about the teeth of the survivors. How do they clean those? Good point. There's a lot of these little, questions that we have as fans on these survivors when it comes to hygiene. But you got to put some of that aside. It is fiction. So anyway, I want to read you some of the bullet point notes that we have in the comparison, and I want to thank Saz for coming up with these notes. So basically, Rick Grimes, he was a sheriff before the apocalypse. He has experience, obviously, as being a cop in combat, guns, strategic planning. He's a type A personality. He's a natural leader, more than capable of surviving any type of pandemic. Rick can be impulsive. He lets his emotions or his biases get the best of him. That is a weakness of Rick. He's not very good at listening. It usually takes several attempts to get through to him, as we've seen time and time again. He does often ignore those around him to always do what he thinks is right. Now, you guys may agree or disagree, but that has happened throughout the years with Rick. Carl was his kid, and of course, as being his father, he treated him as a kid, even after Carl proved, as he grew up, that he was worthy. And if you remember, after the prison fell, and Rick was pretty banged up. He was on the brink of death in that fight he had with the governor. The governor was literally seconds away from snuffing him out. And it was Carl who brought him to that house and helped him recuperate. And there's a great line while Rick is laying on the couch unconscious that Carl is talking to Rick, unconscious Rick, telling him, I saved you. Okay? He's talking to his dad. I can do it. I saved you. All right? And that's a great moment of Carl talking to his dad, who unfortunately couldn't hear him at the time because he was unconscious, but he didn't trust Carl to take care of himself. And it affected Carl and his relationship with his dad, especially in the earlier seasons. Season 3, right after Lori died, Carl was going through a lot of transitions at that point. I mean, who the hell wouldn't after he had experienced what he had and having to put down his mom as well? You know what I'm saying? So let's do Madison's talking points, okay? Madison was a guidance counselor, high school guidance counselor. She would have to have some knowledge in psychology to be a guidance counselor. This gives her the ability to better understand people, read them. Not that great at combat. That's something she had to learn as she went on. Madison did manage to get many people to trust her. A lot of people, after they got to know her, they respected her. And case in point is Strand. As you guys remember when they made it to Mexico, and Strand was about to be exiled from the compound, he wanted Madison to come with him. So people like her. She's a natural leader as well. She built that sanctuary, the baseball stadium. She trusted her kids a lot more than Rick trusted Carl. Even, letting Alicia go on her own to prove her worth. Even though she didn't like it, she still did it. So you could say she trusted her kids more than Rick did. And Madison, as far as the big difference is, she didn't have any gun training, combat training. She, like a lot of people, had to learn as she went along, So anyway, guys, I can't believe the hour is already up. Want to do some shout outs to Big Z Out on YouTube. Welcome. I'm a White Boy says Carl was a much younger man. That is absolutely true. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's always a pleasure and treat talking to you. Lindsay on Facebook writes, that was an amazing scene. And Lindsay, absolutely 100%. That was an amazing scene with Carl talking to his unconscious dad. Guys, if you want more information about our show, please go to deadtalklive.com. Please go to our YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. And please subscribe. Our YouTube channel is called Walking Dead Now. For all our Facebook viewers, thank you for watching on Facebook. We'd always appreciate your support. If you want to swing over to YouTube and just subscribe and continue watching us on Facebook. Same for our Instagram and Twitter users. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. This was the topping on the cake for me for today. It's been a great day. I usually don't like celebrating my birthdays. Today was one of the best birthdays I have ever had. I mean, that's just the best way to say it. Today was one of the best birthdays I ever had. And this was the icing on the cake. Getting to spend it with you guys. So anyway, guys, as always, till tomorrow, I love you all. Thank you. And stay walking.